Hello YouTube. I just wanted to make a video, first video for the new planted tank that I'm setting up. It's a 36-gallon bow front. This is a tank that we used as a reef tank, saltwater, previously. However, when we moved, we were told, because we're renters, we really just can't keep it up on the first floor, so we had to put it down in the basement. They thought it might be too much weight. So I was setting an exercise room up down in the basement and gonna make a planted tank out of it. Of course, we thoroughly rinsed it out and scrubbed it down to make sure that no salt residue was left. Obviously, it's not going to be a friend of any plants that we put in there or any fish. Basically, just running a power hang-on back power filter back there, and then I'm using a power head that I used in the saltwater tank for more circulation. Just kind of, if you look up there, you see I pointed toward the surface, so we make sure that it gets maximum oxygen exchange, which will be vital for the fish. And then I'm cycling right now Fishless, but if you'll actually notice right there in the corner, that's just a piece of tilapia that I just threw in there and letting it basically decay to start the nitrogen cycle. I like this method because it's more natural, and I'm not adding chemicals to the water. I'm not adding straight ammonia, which I'm sure is perfectly fine. I don't want to do that. I have a problem with that. So basically, I'm just giving the bacteria a food source to start on. And this tank has been cycling for about a week now. I'm going to let it go at least another week, minimum, before I start adding any plants. Obviously going to do a big water change before I do anything. And then start adding fish slowly. So, as I said, it's going to be a planted tank. I'm going to add some dwarf Sagittaria in the front. In the back, it's going to be jungle val. Probably going to have some tiger red lotus in the mid-ground. Probably some Amazon swords. I'm thinking for fish that we can probably get rainbows at least to start out with. Obviously autosynclus, but we haven't thought too much further on that. Background's going to be black because I obviously don't want people looking at the basement wall in the background. I am putting some wood in, if you'll just follow me over here. This is a piece of pecan wood that I picked out of my yard. I had to chuck the bark off of it. It was just a fallen tree limb. And I got a rock sitting there in the middle, if you're wondering what that is. I'm not sure what the quality is looking like for you guys. And so I just got it in this big tub soaking. It's been soaking for a week. I poured boiling water over it when I first got it, just to kill anything that was on it. And then I dumped all the water out after a week. It was getting pretty brown. Obviously, it's leaching tannins into the water. And then I filled it back up and waited another week before putting it in. Again, at least another week before putting it in. They say there's faster ways of doing this. You can boil it, but I hear it puts off a bad smell. And then you obviously can't use the pot that you boil it in any longer, which is a no-go. So I decided to soak it. They say do not boil rocks because they'll explode. I poured boiling water over the rock to kill anything on it, but I didn't actually boil it in hot water or boiling water. So I think it'll be plenty fine. Still have a long way to go. Also, just wanted to give you a little hint here of what kind of substrate I'm using. It's just this. I got this at PetSmart, and it's fluorite, and it's specifically for planted aquariums. And it's black, which is exactly what I want. I really am excited. I think that this will do very well. Everything I've read and everything I've seen online is very much for fluorite as a substrate. And then because it is expensive, it's like 16-17 bucks for one of these. We got two, and then we just use some black aquarium substrate gravel. You can mix in, as you could tell over there, at the tank, it's really, you can't tell the difference. I mean, if you really look close, you can see the gravel, but I mean, even then, sometimes you're like, oh, is that a piece of fluorite or is that a piece of gravel? So I wouldn't worry about it if you want to do like a 50-50. You probably could get away with that. But we just did about 10 pounds. I think this is what we got, 2 of these. So that's 10 pounds of aquarium substrate, gravel, and then we got 24 pounds here of the fluorite, and it looks perfect. All right, well, I think that's all that I've got for you guys today, but I will come back with another update. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.